Welcome to Parking Permits of America. Today I'll demonstrate our unit registration system, which allows property managers to control visitor permits at the apartment level. This tool enables you to set monthly registration limits per unit, while maintaining all your existing permit rules. Let's explore this feature together. After logging into your property management dashboard, locate the Unit Registration tab in the left side navigation menu. At the top of the unit registration page, you'll find 4 main action buttons. Add unit registration for creating individual unit codes. Generate codes for active units for bulk creation based on active residents. Bulk update units for making mass changes. And how it works for a quick reference guide. Below these buttons, you'll find a search bar you can use to look up specific information, along with a table that displays all unit registration details. Each column is sortable, making it easy to manage and organize the data. Let's start by adding a single unit registration. Click Add Unit Registration to open the dialog box. First, enter the apartment or unit number. Next, select which visitor permit this unit should inherit settings from, for example, the duration of registration or vehicle plate registration limits. Now, either create a custom registration code or click Generate for a random 6-digit code. The system ensures all codes are unique. Set the monthly registration limit for this unit between 1 and 31 visits per month. The default is 5. This limit resets automatically on the first of each month at 12:01 a.m. If your property has this feature enabled, you'll see the active visitor limit field here. This allows you to set the maximum number of visitor permits that can be active for that unit at one time, helping reduce overcrowding and limit excessive guest registration. If a property manager wants to use this feature, they'll need to contact their Parking Permits of America representative. From there, a Parking Permits of America admin can enable or disable the setting based on the property's needs. This is not something managers can toggle on or off themselves. Finally, you can choose to send an email notification to the unit with their registration details. This requires providing an email address. Click Create to save. Next is the Generate Codes for Active Units button. Clicking this will open a pop-up window where you can create registration codes for all units that have active resident permits and no existing unit registration. You'll start by choosing No Monthly Limit or setting the default monthly registration limit. After that, if your property has the Active Visitor Limit feature enabled, you'll see a field to set the maximum number of active visitor permits allowed per unit. You'll also choose the visitor permit type to apply, and have the option to send email notifications to units with valid email addresses on file. The system automatically pulls unit numbers from active resident permits and uses the most recently created resident permit holder's email address for notifications. Once everything is set, click Generate Registrations. The system will process your request and display how many new registration codes were created. It will only generate codes for units that don't already have one and will not override any existing unit registrations. After generation, click Refresh Page to update your view with all the new data. The Bulk Update Units button allows you to make mass changes to existing registrations. You can regenerate all registration codes with new random values, update all monthly limits to a new amount, update the active visitor limit if it is enabled, or apply all 3 at once. You can also choose to send updated email notifications without making any changes to the existing data. This is useful for refreshing resident information or providing updated codes and limits. When email notifications are sent, residents receive important information including the property name, their specific unit number, their unique registration code, their monthly registration limit, and if enabled, their active visitor limit. The email also includes a direct link to the registration page where they can enter their code to register visitors. Below the action buttons, you'll find a search bar you can use to quickly locate specific units by number or any other details. Below that, the table displays all key information, including unit number, permit type, registration code, monthly limit, and, if enabled, the active visitor limit. It also shows the associated email and the date the registration was created or last updated. You can click on any column header to sort the data, making it easy to manage large properties with many units efficiently. When residents or their visitors use the registration code on our permit registration page, the system recognizes it as a unit registration code. After entering the code and clicking Verify, available permit types appear for selection. Once a permit type is chosen, the apartment field is automatically populated with the correct unit number and becomes read-only, ensuring data accuracy. It's the resident's responsibility to keep their registration code private and share it only with authorized visitors. If a code is ever compromised, it can easily be reset through the bulk or individual update feature. The rest of the registration process follows our standard workflow, which you can learn more about in our visitor registration tutorial. Remember, the unit registration feature is optional and can be turned on or off depending on the needs of the property. If you'd like to have this feature enabled, please contact your Parking Permits of America representative, who will pass the request along to a Parking Permits of America admin for activation. The same process applies to the Active Visitor Limit feature, which can also be enabled or disabled based on your preference. Remember to regularly review your unit registrations and adjust limits as needed. Keep resident email addresses up to date for seamless communication. This feature pairs perfectly with your existing visitor permit rules, such as duration limits or vehicle registration restrictions. Thank you for using Parking Permits of America.